Hello, my name is Henrik Tötterman. I'm originally from Finland. I lived in Boston for 12 years. I work with a business school setting there. I used to be the dean and also the executive director of HALT International Business School's campus in Boston. I helped the school to build a global network of campuses, and for the past 3 years I've been doing what I really love. It's actually going back to consulting, helping to coach companies, and on top of that I'm also a professor of practice, teaching entrepreneurship, innovation, and also strategy. And what I really love to do is teach capstones, both at HALT International Business School, but on top of that also at Harvard's Department of Continuing Education, helping students to put their skills into practical learning settings, solving challenges for companies. If we look at my different topics that I like to talk about, one is definitely how do we put people and customers before strategy. Strategy is always important, but really we need to have the people behind it to support the execution of it, and of course also think about customers. There's something that my executive audience, company representatives, and of course my students who are typically graduates, they know that I always emphasize the importance of putting the problem first. We need to truly understand the problem of our customers, because if we don't understand the problem, it doesn't matter if we come up with a great solution. So that's where I always start from, really truly putting emphasis on what is the problem, and then we start looking at what the solution could be. I very often use my own framework, which I call Creative Impact System. And in the Creative Impact System, we look on creative leadership, so action-oriented and creative leadership in the core. And then we look on 4 distinct areas and how leadership is interacting but also influencing these areas. So the first one is of course innovation and strategy. Then we look on talent, we look on compliance. So how do we get people aligned with the strategy and actually execute it accordingly? We then also with a nimble, agile attitude. So when the reality hits the road, we need to of course ensure that we update accordingly. Then we are also very interested in the network, in the coordination with the outside, but also the inside world. And that's something that we put a lot of emphasis on and look on the kind of areas of networking through a leadership lens. And then finally, we look on productivity. How can we ensure that our strategy actually leads to high performance? So that's kind of the model that I have in place.